So I wanted to give you an update on what we've done with the van over the past year. It's been almost a year since we bought the van, and we've been working on it and travelling in it, as you know, for most of the year. We've taken 9 trips and thousands of miles, and we've really enjoyed having it, but we've worked really, really hard. Lots of late nights, a lot more time than we thought it would take, a lot more figuring out how to do things. Nothing is straightforward in a van. So I wanted to show you what the layout of the van was, the way we designed it to start with. So first of all, we had our jerry cans. We had 3 jerry cans in a box under the bed. They hold 6 gallons each, I believe. So 18 gallons. And we found that 18 gallons has lasted us quite a long time. We can, between 2 of us, if we're careful, we can make a 6-gallon jerry can last 3 or 4 days. And then we put the bed in here. And these are mostly to scale, but they're not exact. Then we bought 2 metal utility carts from IKEA, and we flipped them upside down and we made them into kitchen cabinets. And we put 2 next to each other to make approximately a 6-foot long counter here with a countertop over the 2 of them. And we had a sink here and an induction burner here. And my sons helped me install swivels on the seats so that you can swivel both seats. And then lastly, we had a fridge here, and this is a cooler style fridge. It can be a fridge or a freezer, or a fridge freezer for that matter. And it's the right sort of size and sturdiness so that you can sit on it. So when we're in the van, generally Jonathan sits here and I sit here, and the sliding door is here, and we try and park the van so that the whatever we've come to look at is over here. So mountains or lakes or forest, so that when we come out of the van we can look straight at it. And we thought when we got the van that we would spend a lot of our time sitting outside, and we found that not really to be true. In Southern California in the summer it's hot to sit outside even if you're in the shade, and we're both very fair skinned, so we try and avoid direct sunlight. And if we sit in the van, there's a fan over the bed, so it pulls quite a nice breeze on days that it's not breezy, and it can be quite pleasant even in fairly warm weather. The problem is Jonathan usually sits in the passenger seat here, so he can see out the window. There's a window over here, and there's a window on the sliding door as well. But I usually sit on the fridge, and I'm looking away from the view that we've driven thousands of miles to come see. The other problem we found that we've had is there have been a couple of occasions we'd like to take friends with us on trips, and some of our friends are quite tall, and they're too tall to be comfortably lying across the bed like this. So I managed to persuade Jonathan, with my sister's help, to take the van apart and undo all that we've done apart from the bed and rebuild it. And I think that's a testament to true love, that even though he thinks I'm crazy, he was willing to undo an awful lot of work that the 2 of us had done to make it differently. Because the problem is, because it's a vehicle that moves and has the potential to crash or be crashed into and to go over quite some rough roads, you have to make sure that everything's fixed really, really well. We don't just screw things to the floor. We have structures behind all our furniture to make sure that everything is fixed in. It's secured through the tie down points as well. So each piece of furniture has many ways of attaching it to the vehicle, so that we're confident that if we have an accident, it's not going to hit us. So when you move this furniture, you not only move the furniture, you have to move all the structure behind it that supports it and holds it in place. Also, the other thing is that because we're running a 12-volt system on the most part, things like the fridge need a very chunky cable And right now the batteries are here under the bed, and the cable comes over here to the fridge, and it's quite a thick cable. And now we're going to move the fridge. That means we have to move the cables and make sure we're also going to move the sink, and so we need to move the water system as well. So it's been quite a lot of work. We spent the 2 weeks over the break working every single day, and I would say we're not even halfway through getting it back to the point where we can drive it. So unfortunately we haven't taken any trips for a while, but I'm hopeful that we can keep going, and as the new year progresses that we'll take some more trips. So I'm going to make another video because this one's already 6 minutes, so that I can explain what we're doing next.